Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Namaya. I am the manager of Nyamuka Zambia Business Plan Competition. And I too would like to extend my warmest welcome to the 2017 Nyamuka Zambia National Business Conference, powered by Private Enterprise Program. To the head of DFID and the MD for Barclays Bank, thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us here today. Members of the business community, all our sponsors and partners, and of course the 60 semi-finalists for this year's competition, members of the press, guests, I say to you all welcome. It's great to see you here today for what I'm certain is going to be a stimulating and exciting event. A day full of debate, discussion, opportunities to learn, as well as a chance to forge new contacts within the Zambian business community. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nyamuka Zambia Business Plan Competition was established as part of Private Enterprise Program Zambia to seek the best entrepreneurial hopefuls with business ideas and encourage those ideas to fruition. Here in this room today, we have this year's 60 semi-finalists who since early June have been working very hard to produce a proper business plan that will be the blueprint for turning their idea and their business into reality. I think it would be fair to assume that anyone who applies to be part of the Nyamuka journey is at the stage of optimistic beginnings. When any of us start on a new venture, everything seems possible and straightforward. But then, when you start to put things into practice, they never seem so simple. Already, I'm sure that our semi-finalists have encountered early challenges in turning their concepts into a workable plan. And I'm sure all of you have risen to the challenge with the help of your business advisors to overcome these initial challenges. Of course, if we're going to build a successful economic future for Zambia based on thriving and diverse private sector, then the challenge for our Nyamuka semi-finalists, and indeed for every entrepreneur in this room, in the country, is to turn their ideas and optimistic beginnings into long-term successful businesses. This is why the theme for this year's business conference is Building Businesses to Last. Because developing sustainable businesses that can grow and prosper should be all of our aim. Distinguished guests, I'm pleased to say that the Nyamuka winners from 2015 and 2016 have begun to achieve some success. Some have progressed faster than others, naturally. Others have encountered some challenges that require a change in thinking and some adjustments in their original ideas. But the good news is they're still there, still moving forward, still growing their businesses. The reality is that every startup throughout the world has to face, and Zambia is no exception, is that there's a lot of business failure, especially in the early days. At the Nyamuka Zambia National Business Conference last year, we were delighted to have Brad McGrath, co-founder of Zona, with his brother Brett. I'm sure those of you who were here last year will remember some of his remarks. Recently, both Brad and Brett had an opportunity to speak at an event called Startup Grind in South Africa. And they were asked about business failures. And immediately, Brett, who is Brad's brother, came back with a response that nothing is a failure. He went on to say that in his opinion, and I quote, "Every business failure is an opportunity to work out what you did wrong and improve on that." What essentially he was saying is that business, as in life, is learning from your mistakes. And I quote him again. He says this, "I wouldn't say we had a lot of failures, but a huge amount of learnings." And the truth is, the learnings have served them well, because many of you have seen those little green booths all over this country, making money, creating business, creating employment for many. Even the most successful business people, including those that you'll be talking to this week, our keynote speakers as well, have had failures, they've had false starts before they've made their breakthrough. So Nyamuka Zambia finalists, don't be put up by the risk of failure. Be bold, be brave, and learn from any mistakes that you make along the way. As a business community, the business community has an important role to play. We need to champion people who give it a go, who take the plunge and begin to venture. And even if not successful, we need to help them so they can learn from their experience and start over. We must champion the success of those who make it and applaud them as great examples of what is possible to achieve. At Nyamuka, Zambia, we are fortunate to have the support of many amazing sponsors and partners who share our vision for Zambia in terms of successful entrepreneurship. These organizations who have shown their commitment to championing entrepreneurs and offering tangible support to help them on their way. We are most grateful for the continuing support of Barclays, our anchor sponsor for the second year. Mizinga, it's really great to partner with you and your team who challenge and encourage us every step of the way. I would also like to thank the continued support of Zanaco and Cavmont banks who have been with us right from the beginning, even before the launch of the first season, and have shown their unwavering support for entrepreneurs in this country. Another organization that has supported us right from the start is the Sun Business Network. In particular, I would like to thank them for their ongoing personal support of the finalists with nutrition-related projects, which continue this season. I would also like to welcome one of our new sponsors, which is Zambia Green Jobs, who joined us this year for the first time, and thank them for their commitment to the cause of developing sustainable employment. In addition to our sponsors, there are many other organizations that help us in a practical way in order for us to find those aspiring business people. To Zambia Development Agency, the Chambers of Commerce in Kitwe, Livingston, and Ndola, to Bongo Hive, We Create, Future Search, Zaki, and Zafawib, to our independent panel of judges, many of who are not here today because they are busy judging our semi-finalists. They have the hard job of reviewing hundreds of business ideas, and to our business advisors who work diligently with our semi-finalists to refine and help them transform their ideas into business plan. Nyamuka is truly indebted to you. We are eternally grateful for everything you do to help us and the entrepreneurs of Zambia. Ladies and gentlemen, the theme for this year's campaign to promote Nyamuka Zambia was Make That Move. As I see it, the challenge for Zambia is to build a private sector that can really drive the economy forward, and that will come from the people who dare to make the right move now. It will come from people who put doubts aside and refuse to listen to naysayers and actually get it going. Most businesses in Zambia remain relatively small, and that's a fact. But we also realize that SMEs are the drivers of employment and income. For many companies, staying small would be more than great. But should we also be thinking bigger? If you've looked at today's program, you'll see that the question in this year's debate that we ask is, do Zambian entrepreneurs think too small? I would urge you not to miss that session. It's happening at 11. Without prejudging the outcome of the debate, I would like to refer to an interview recently conducted with one of our Nyamuka Zambia winners from 2015, when she was talking about her plans to expand into international markets. Her name is Tawani Clark of Couture. She said this: why can't we have a Zambian brand that goes beyond, that is known everywhere, loved everywhere, appreciated everywhere? I say, why can't we? I admire Tawani's drive and aspiration to push the boundaries and take her place on the international stage. Nothing would please me more than in the years to come to see Zambian businesses that come through the Nyamuka process actually become substantial players in the national, regional, and maybe even someday international stage. As I conclude, I would like to return to the theme for today's conference, Building Businesses to Last. To all the entrepreneurs in the room who are ready for that challenge, who is set to take up those optimistic beginnings and turn them into sustainable success, you are the business heroes of the future. Nyamuka Zambia and the PEP Zambia team salute you. We and the wider business community are here to help support you in every step of the way. So I say to you, make that move today. Thank you very much. As I take my seat, I would like to welcome the Managing Director of Barclays Bank to make a few remarks.